5 key pension news items. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay informed about the latest pension news. Let's start with the 5th news item. State pension puzzle. The national insurance cut sparks controversy over funding. A recent announcement by Chancellor Jeremy Hunt regarding a reduction in national insurance (NI) rates has stirred concerns within the pension industry. The implementation of this 2-pence cut, which went into effect on January 6th, is estimated to save individuals earning an average salary £34,963 of £447.86 each year. Although this move may provide short-term financial relief, industry experts warn of potential long-term consequences on the funding of the state pension and the existing triple lock system. Stephen Cameron, pension director at Aegon, has issued a cautionary statement, highlighting the possible impact of reducing NI contributions, which serve as the primary source of funding for the state pension. The costs associated with state pensions have been rising sharply due to the country's aging population and the current triple lock mechanism. As a result, alternative funding sources may be required in the future, potentially necessitating the allocation of funds from general taxation. Significant concerns are raised regarding the intergenerational fairness surrounding future state pension increases and NI contribution levels. Cameron emphasizes the need to strike a balance between protecting state pensioners and considering the burden that unfunded state pensions place on the working-age population. He believes that the review of the state pension triple lock should be an essential component of all political parties' agendas. Contrasting opinions exist within the industry, with Craig Ritchie, partner at GSB Capital, suggesting that changes to the state pension or the triple lock system are unlikely before the next general election. Ritchie highlights the government's previous suspension of the triple lock in 2021, citing the unusually high level of earnings growth at that time. This situation set a precedent that the triple lock is not entirely immune to intervention. The future of state pension enhancements will ultimately depend on the fiscal position of the upcoming government, regardless of their political affiliation. While the NI reduction appears beneficial at first glance, frozen tax bans currently in place may offset the savings for some employees. Income tax bans have been frozen until 2028, causing many individuals to be pulled into higher tax brackets. Quilter, a leading financial services provider, conducted an analysis indicating that the average UK worker will only be £2.68 better off per week due to the NI cut. This minimal improvement is attributed to frozen tax thresholds and the phenomenon known as fiscal drag. Adjusting the frozen income tax bands by a mere 2% over the past 4 years would result in an additional £308.40 for someone earning the average salary of £34,963. Taking this into consideration, the true benefit of the NI cut diminishes substantially to a mere £139.46 over the entire year. Laura Suter, Director of Personal Finance at AJ Bell, expresses skepticism about the impact of the NI cuts, stating that they are not significant enough to generate excitement. Suter asserts that most individuals will experience a pay cut when considering the effects of high inflation and income tax rises. With all eyes on the spring budget, the question arises whether income taxes will be lifted or if the available funds deemed insufficient for such an expensive and crowd-pleasing move by Chancellor Jeremy Hunt. Farewell to benefits. Check out the full list of lost privileges for new state pensioners. Nearly 7 million people in Great Britain, including 1 million in Scotland, are currently benefiting from the state pension, according to the latest statistics from the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP. This financial support, ranging from £156.20 to £203.85 per week, is available to individuals who have reached the eligible retirement age of 66, applicable to both men and women. The retirement age is set to gradually increase to 67 between 2026 and 2028 for individuals born on or after April 1960. Additionally, there are future plans to raise the retirement age to 68 between 2044 and 2046, although any changes must be announced at least 10 years in advance. For individuals nearing retirement age in 2024, it is important to understand which benefits will continue, which new ones become available, and those that will no longer be claimable. In order to determine your state pension age and eligibility for pension credit, you can visit the Check Your State Pension Age page on the official Gov UK website. Certain benefits cease to be claimable once you reach either state pension or pension credit age. These include income-based job seekers allowance, income-related employment and support allowance, income support, and universal credit. Complications may arise in cases where one partner has reached pensionable age while the other has not. Turn to Us, an organization specializing in benefits, has created a comprehensive guide listing the benefits that become inaccessible at the aforementioned ages. Detailed information on each topic can be found on the Turn to Us website. It should be noted that upon reaching state pension age, job seekers allowance, contributory employment and support allowance, disability living allowance, personal independence payment, and adult disability payment, the new devolved disability benefit in Scotland, can no longer be newly claimed. However, individuals already receiving these benefits are able to renew their claims, subject to certain conditions. The Department for Work and Pensions has confirmed that DLA claimants born before April 8, 1948 will not be transitioned to PIP, whereas those born after that date will be. Additionally, individuals in Scotland currently receiving DLA or PIP will be transferred to the new devolved Social Security Scotland system by the end of 2025. Notably, a significant number of ADP claims, the new devolved disability benefit, have been filed by individuals aged 55 to 64. Benefits such as bereavement support payment and widowed parents allowance are no longer available once an individual reaches state pension age. However, certain benefits are unaffected by the state pension age and can still be claimed, including child benefit, carer's allowance, subject to income, guardian's allowance, and statutory sick pay. Furthermore, benefits such as pension credit, housing benefit, council tax support, support for mortgage interest, and certain tax credits can also be claimed if the individual meets specific income thresholds. Help with health costs. Cold weather payment, replaced by a new £50 payment in Scotland, warm home discount scheme, and winter fuel payment are additional benefits available to individuals of state pension age. DB pension drama. Surplus shrinks as liabilities skyrocket. What's the impact? In December, the UK's defined benefit DB pension schemes faced a setback as their aggregate surplus against long-term funding targets decreased by £28 billion to £98 billion, according to an analysis conducted by XPS Pensions Group. This decline was primarily caused by a 5% fall in long-term gilt yields, resulting in liabilities increasing from £1,277 billion to £1,348 during the month and subsequently reducing scheme funding levels. However, there was a slight increase in the value of assets, rising from £1,445 to £1,446 in December. This growth was attributed to the implementation of effective hedging strategies and positive returns on investments. As a result of these changes, the aggregate funding level of DB schemes decreased from 113% to 107% over the course of the month. Despite this decline, XPS Pensions Group emphasized that the aggregate funding level remains significantly positive when considered in the context of long-term targets. Danny Vasiliades, partner at XPS Pensions Group, highlighted the importance for schemes to regularly reassess their investment strategies in light of this volatility. He specifically emphasized the need for adequate protection against potential falls in gilt yields, particularly for those schemes aiming to maintain their strong funding levels or considering buyout as a short to medium-term objective. These changes serve as a stark reminder that funding conditions can rapidly change, necessitating vigilant monitoring and proactive adjustments. City Showdown. Which UK metropolis holds the title for the most expensive care home fees? New research conducted by Oak Tree Mobility has revealed the alarming disparity between the average cost of care homes in the UK and the average state pension. With the average weekly care home fee reaching £1,036, or £53,832 per year, it is evident that these costs are more than 5 times higher than the average weekly state pension of £203, 85 or £10,600, 20 annually. Scotland leads the way in expensive care homes. Among UK countries, Scotland emerges as the most expensive country for care home costs. The average cost in Scotland is £1,286 per week, equating to an astounding £66,863 per year. Within Scotland, Edinburgh, the capital city, surpasses all other regions with the highest average care home costs of £1,739 per week, emphasizing the premium associated with care home services in affluent urban areas. Northern Ireland offers some respite. In contrast, Northern Ireland stands as the most affordable area for care homes, with average costs reaching £792 per week, or £41,184 per year. County Down, although the most expensive region in Northern Ireland, still offers the cheapest care home option at £623 per week. England and Wales in the middle. England encompasses average costs of £1,198 per week, while Wales presents a slightly lower average at £868. Notably, Wales offers the most affordable care homes in the UK, with Torfaen topping the list at £621 per week. Government reforms provide relief. Recognizing the financial strain faced by retirees, the UK government is introducing significant reforms to address the escalating costs of care homes. Starting from October 2023, a cap of £86,000 on personal care costs aims to protect retirees from excessive expenses. Furthermore, more lenient asset thresholds ensure that individuals with assets under £100,000 will receive financial assistance from their local authority, making care more accessible to all. Expert insights. Verity Kick, the marketing director at Oaktree Mobility, emphasizes the importance of retirees and their families being aware of the available support amidst rising care home costs. With weekly fees averaging over £1,100, many individuals are concerned about the strain on their retirement savings. Engaging with local social services is crucial to navigate the various support options, as this assistance can significantly alleviate the impact of care home fees on retirees' financial well-being. Cold weather cash for pensioners. Could you be eligible for a £25 windfall amidst the big freeze? In a heartwarming move, the UK government is offering financial support to pensioners and low-income individuals who face extremely cold weather conditions. Under the Cold Weather Payment Scheme, eligible individuals residing in areas affected by or predicted to experience a continuous 7-day spell of very cold weather could receive £25. These payments will be automatically triggered in the respective localities. From November 1, 2023 to March 31, 2024, qualifying individuals will receive £25 for each 7-day period during the cold weather. The rewards are expected to be issued within 14 working days following the conclusion of each affected period. As the Met Office issues new weather warnings, anticipating ice and snowfall across certain regions of the UK, it is worth noting that no cold weather payment triggers have been activated thus far this month. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, confirmed in a statement to GB News. To find out if they are eligible for cold weather payments, individuals can conveniently utilize the cold weather payment postcode checker. Users simply need to input the first part of their postcode to retrieve the pertinent information related to their location. Payments will be made to eligible recipients if the average temperature in their area is recorded or projected to reach 0 degrees Celsius or lower for 7 consecutive days. It's important to highlight that these cold weather payments are distinct from winter fuel payments and will not impact existing benefits or allowances. For individuals in England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, eligibility for cold weather payments is determined based on the following criteria. 1. Pension credit recipients. 2. Income support beneficiaries. 3. Income-based job seekers allowance, JSA recipients. 4. Income-related employment and support allowance, ESA beneficiaries. 5. Universal credit recipients. 6. Support for mortgage interest recipients. With the exception of Scotland, where cold weather payments are no longer available, residents may be entitled to an annual winter heating payment instead. The DWP explains that individuals receiving pension credit are typically eligible for cold weather payments, which serve as additional support for pensioners with low incomes. For individuals receiving income support or income-based job seekers allowance, JSA, the following criteria apply. Possession of a disability or pensioner premium, having a disabled child, inclusion of a disability or severe disability element in child tax credit, living with a child under the age of 5. Those receiving income-related ESA and falling into either the work-related activity group or support group will usually qualify for cold weather payments. Alternatively, eligibility can be determined based on the following criteria: possession of a severe or enhanced disability premium, possession of a pensioner premium, having a disabled child, inclusion of a disability or severe disability element in child tax credit, living with a child under the age of 5. Universal credit recipients are usually eligible for cold weather payments if they are unemployed or not gainfully self-employed, and if their partner, if applicable, is also unemployed or not gainfully self-employed. Additionally, the following conditions must be met. Either the individual or their partner must have a health condition or disability resulting in limited capability to work, with or without work-related activity. The individual must have a child under the age of 5 living with them. Receiving cold weather payments is not contingent upon employment status for universal credit claimants with a disabled child amount in their claim, whether they are employed, self-employed, or not working. Support for mortgage interest, SMI recipients will usually be considered for cold weather payments if they are treated as beneficiaries of a qualifying benefit under any of the following conditions: possession of a severe or enhanced disability premium, possession of a pensioner premium, having a disabled child, inclusion of a disability or severe disability element in child tax credit, living with a child under the age of 5. By adhering to these comprehensive guidelines, individuals belonging to the specified categories can ascertain their eligibility for cold weather payments and access the necessary financial assistance during harsh winter conditions.